Down the road again. I'm Lyndy Brannen, but we got off to a slow start this morning. We're going to try to go up to see the H&H and have breakfast this Saturday morning, but now the flat tire kind of slowed things down. So we stayed in Savannah. We'll show you though. We'll go get breakfast at the H&H and take you there sometime soon. But this week, what we're doing is visiting a Savannah eating establishment, a tradition in the city that goes back longer than most of us have been alive. And that's Mrs Wilkes. Years ago we called it boarding house. It's Mrs Wilkes Dining Room. I got to spend about an hour with Ronnie Thompson and his wife Marsha at Mrs Wilkes the other day, and we're going to share now most of that interview with you. One of the things I've tried to do with this television show is give you a little bit longer look at people that we talk to, more than just a soundbite. I'll enjoy this visit with Ronnie and Marsha Thompson.
Yeah. He was a nice man, I tell you what. He looked so good. Marsha, didn't you
I didn't recognize him.
Yeah. Sam Nunn looked good, don't you think, Marsha?
I thought she looked really cute.
Well, Sam was smart enough to get out when the getting was good.
Well, I think so, yeah. I don't know what he's doing now, if anything, living off his pension, I guess.
We all should be so lucky.
Yeah.
You ever had it happen, Ronnie, that somebody was already in here and they realized they were a bit of celebrity after they were sat?
Oh, certainly. You know, there's been several times we've had people come in. More recently, these younger actors that I don't know or don't recognize. What was that guy's name, Jessie?
Yeah, I was sitting over here one day having lunch, and this young man came in, and he was just sitting by me, and I said, he was so happy to be in Savannah. He just thought it was the most beautiful place in the world, and he had just gotten married, and he just loved his wife so much, and she was so beautiful. And he told me all about what she did. She was a fundraiser, da-da-da-da. And I said, well, what do you do? And he said, well, I'm in TV. And I said, well, are you in The Walking Dead? Because, you know, it's filmed in Athens, so I thought, well, maybe you know. And he said, no, but I'm in a show you probably don't watch. And I said, well, what is it? And he said it was Breaking Bad. And it was Jessie. I don't know if you're a fan of Breaking Bad. So, of course, I wish I had gotten a picture of Jessie, but I didn't. And I had not watched it, but I watched the next season. So he was terrific, absolutely terrific, and stood in line, you know, and
Probably enjoyed being
and we
able
would
to do
not
it,
have
really.
known who he was had we not. Usually Ryan notices anybody that's in line, but you know, you get so many people in here, and you're so anxious to make sure they get everything they need. You don't really look at their faces that closely. You know. Of course, we had Reynolds, one of my favorites, and he stood in line with his wife Blake. She was. They were here on their first anniversary, I think, and he was so handsome and so nice. You know, he's been here the last year or so, and then Alec Baldwin was here the other day, and of course we knew he was here. And he had a great personality, just like you see on TV, you know. I'm trying to think who else has been here. I mean, we have had a lot of movie stars, but we knew he was here. You know, Jim Caviezel, the person of interest, he was here. That's a great story, though. I got to tell you. Of course, you know he's very, very handsome. You know Jim Caviezel, a person of interest, and when he left, he wrote in the book, Jesus loves you and your food. You know, he played in the movie. He played Jesus in the movie that, the very first one that was done about Jesus that Mel Gibson did. You know, so we love that. He's a very handsome guy. Robert Duvall was here one time twice and stood in line. There are very few people that stand in line, but he and everybody knew who he was, but no one mentioned it.
Oh, wow.
Not one person. And when he left, this one lady said to me, he is my favorite movie star in the whole world. And I said, well, did you tell him? And she said, oh, no, I wouldn't have told him. I was scared to tell him. So we've had so many fun people here, so many nice people.
It's just made a great life, hasn't it?
Liam Nielsen sat right here, and he is just a giant. I mean, he is so big and so tall. I had no idea he was that tall. You just can't visualize how tall a person like that is. All those good movies he's been in. We enjoyed having him. These are just ones that have been here recently. Let's see, what the Jaws guy, Jaws.
The big guy?
No.
Not the Jaws guy.
No. The one, yeah.
Shaw?
The guy that in Jaws, the movie, Richard Dreyfuss, yes. Yeah. So Richard Dreyfuss came in, and he looked at the table, and he said, "I'm gonna need a bigger plate." My folks were always big Democrats, and I still have a little bit of that Democratic blood in me. Of course, since we've had President Obama here, I guess that's even more of a Democratic influence.
Tell me a little bit about that visit. Did y'all have any advance? Where did you know?
Well, what happened?
Or even can you tell me?
Yeah, oh, certainly. But you know what happened was I was over there collecting money that day, and this big guy came in here, and he says, "My name is Troy, and I'm with the Secret Service, and I need to speak to the owner or the manager." And I said, "Well, I'm him." He said, "Sir, I need to speak to you in private." And I said, "Troy, this is as private as it's going to get." I said, "I don't have an office or anything." And so he says, "The president will be here in 5 minutes." I said, "Troy, I know this is a damn joke. I got too many friends around here in the restaurant business, and I know they sent you over here just to set us up." But sure enough, he said, "So, you know how they are." He bowed up, "Sir, this is no joke." And I said, "Well, we'll certainly be ready for him when he gets here." And he said he'll be here in about 5 minutes. And he came in, and they had moved our line that we had here that day, had moved them across the street, and had to tell everyone that President Obama was coming, but they, kind of had to clear space for him. But the people that were in here got to stay and eat with him. They couldn't come or go, but they, of course, he went around and shook everyone's hand and really had I think he really had a really good time. It was surreal for us. When he left, we thought to ourselves, did that really happen? Was he really here? So it's a lot of fun,
What a great visit we had with Ronnie and Marsha Thompson and Mrs. Wilkes. Downtown Savannah tomorrow, it's Picnic in the Park. Bring the family. Have a great time. And thanks for watching Down the Road Again. I'm Lyndy Brannen.